Good morning, everybody. Thank you, first of all, for coming for episode 24 of Voice of Silence. As always, I begin with a quote, and the quote for today is: "The world has enough women who live a masked insecurity. It needs more women who live a brave vulnerability." This is a quote by Anne Voskamp, and I believe that Vandana, our 24th speaker, encapsulates one such woman who basically shows brave vulnerability. She also wears clarity of thought and strength of character as fashion, and fashion that will never go out of style. So thank you so much on that note, Vandana. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me, for coming. I'm glad you're our 24th speaker, and I'm I'm glad that you're here because everybody's going to know why you are here. So, Vandana, I know your story. You spoke to me. I spoke to her, and it's been about 10 days. So
10 days.
7, 8 days.
8 days. 8 days. Yeah.
I spoke to this woman, and something moved in me. I'm not just saying it. Something moved. It did. It did. She's a very, very strong woman, and you'll see towards the end of the whole event that you will go away stronger. And of course, mostly women, men too. She has a lot to say. A lot to say. So let's begin. Let everybody first understand the story, Vandana, because only then the relevance of what you have to say will come out. So, we will continue with that, and tell me about your early married life. How was it, and what led to divorce?
So, I got married in the year 2015, and the marriage was all about disrespect, domestic violence, physical abuse. There was instances of molestation by my ex-husband's friend. So I was bearing it all because I used to think that this is the institution, marriage institution works like this. So I was bearing it and trying to hold up my marriage, but there was one incident wherein we had a fight, and then he was he was sitting on me and he was hitting on me, and then I was screaming, and then few people came, and this man thought that okay, I am making him a culprit, that okay, society will think that it's his fault. So he started throwing everything which belonged to me on the road in Gurgaon, and that was the last day of my life, which I thought that okay, this is the last time I'm taking this disrespect and I'm letting anyone disrespect me. I came downstairs, I put up all my belongings from the road, I shoved it in the cab, and I came home and I made a pact to myself that this is the last time, Vandana, that someone has ever disrespected you. From this point onwards, there is no one on this earth who will disrespect your feelings, your dignity. So that's it. And that was the time I came and I filed for a divorce, and I got divorced in the year 2020.
You've mentioned molestation by friends, Vandana, that I have not heard before. But what, if you want to talk about this? This is what the hell does that mean?
So actually, when you are living in your insecurities and your vulnerabilities, and people around you, when they know your inner self that okay, this person is going through all these things, it's a fact that people try to take advantage of you. And then my ex-husband, he was an alcoholic person, though he was a doctor, which I got to know that he had a fake degree.
He had a fake degree.
Yeah, I was duped into the marriage, and that's how the whole group was set up, because these people belong to the same community, fraud and everything. So this person came to my house, and because my husband, we did not share a good relation, so he tried to do a bad thing to me. And then when I told my husband, he was like, you know what, you are maybe mistaken. Maybe he was not trying to do this, because and that's how the equation works. When two people are not in sync, the third person takes advantage.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, that
So, and this person was your husband's friend?
Husband's friend, and there was a case. I filed a case against him also after the divorce.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that means he did not have, because he was his friend, he did not trust you, who was his wife and life partner.
Yeah.
Instead, trust is his friend. Here's something where I would like to say that it's tough, I know, but जब तुम शुरू से ही फ्रॉड की जिंदगी जी रहे हो, तब तो क्या वैसे भी you're not going to believe your wife. You're out there to cheat everybody.
Yeah.
But I think at the same time, it's very important for life partners to have trust in each other, in the sense that तुम्हारा friend कोई भी बोल दे, but you've chosen your life partner. No, So you can't diss and say you are wrong, which I think kind of happened. How did you feel it?
Uh, well, at that point in time, as I told you, when you are in a shit, you you accept everything that this is the life because you have never seen the other part of the life.
Yeah. Yes.
All right. So maybe you think that, okay, maybe this is my destiny. This is how I'm going to make it. This is what, marriage means. And you are at that point in time so weak that you just try to keep it to yourself. You don't let it out because what the society will say, how will my parents would react. So you keep it to yourself and you try to manage everything on your own. So yeah, there was this struggle going on, and that led to the divorce. It was. So
Did you ask yourself, why did I wait for him to throw my things out? Why didn't I do it earlier? कभी ये question आया दिमाग में?
yeah, definitely.
Penetrating on here also.
I got the answer absolutely, because that insecurity, making parents, making society happy. That okay, I'm an ideal bahu, I'm an ideal daughter, because when we think of society, we think that okay, अगर मैंने ऐसा नहीं किया तो शायद ये ऐसे react होगा. पापा क्या कहेंगे, नहीं क्या कहेंगे, उनके ऊपर stress होगा. तो वो आप अपने ऊपर ही सारा stress लेते हो, and that led to a mental trauma for me. There was one point in time when I was taken to a psychiatrist, and I was told that okay, I have some mental problem. I need to change my environment. So these are the things
You were made to feel wrong.
yeah. And this psychiatrist was a good psychiatrist from AIMS, and she told me that okay, this can happen to her. So yeah, and so that is why maybe we'll talk later that it is very important to be aware, and this thing was missing in my prior relationship.
Awareness.
Yes, awareness. I was not aware of myself that what is happening to me during these 2.5 years.
And you think lack of awareness, when we say awareness, we mean awareness about ourselves, right?
About our code.
Do you think lack of that awareness leads to fear? Always?
Absolutely, because if you're not aware of it, about any fearful
Fearful of judgment and all of that, right?
Yeah.
So basically you're agreeing that at that time, that's what you were a victim of at that time.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. What happened when you filed for divorce? In the immediate family around and friends, what was the immediate reaction? Did anybody understand? Did anybody believe?
So the reaction was expected from my family, like, they'll think that, okay, what will happen to her? She's 34 years of age. And I'm from a place, I'm from Uttar Pradesh. So there, the society thinks that, okay, divorced women had nowhere to go.
Udhar nahi hai. And for India. For people tension my house come over India, it's the same thing. If you're a divorcee, that's how they think about.
Yeah. So when I came to my place, my relatives, they tried to don't go outside and don't tell that you are divorced. Put a bindi or put a sindoor for that fact when I'm divorcee. So वो reaction मुझे थोड़ा सा expected था, but the external environment apart from family, I got to know that there is no point wasting my time to make them understand. I'll tell you one example, one or two examples. Like people coming to me and saying that don't use your expensive maybe a hand cream or a lip balm because you are at the mercy, now you are on your own. Like I was at the mercy of my ex-husband in my marriage. And people coming to me and saying that why you need to save money. And these are the same people at the time of appraisal. They are saying to me that why do you need a greater hike or a increased percentage because you're on your own, you don't have any expenses. So that led me that these are the same people, they were concerned, and now they're saying totally the opposite thing. So for me, there is no point making them explain, right? So let's not think about the society. That was the point I realized myself that okay, there is no point explaining the society. You need to explain yourself, talk to yourself that Vandana, what makes you happy? What do you want from a relationship or from your family? So yeah, there was this internal juggle, and after a certain period of time, when that's why I said, when I became aware that whom I need to pay attention to,
yeah,
I became better.
Yeah, yeah. I relate with that. I do relate with it. Okay, and you told me that you were living with your parents at that point in time. Take us through that journey. How was it? How long did you stay with them always? What happened when you started to live with your parents then?
So before wedding, I was with my parents, and then after the divorce, I came to my house. But then my parents adores me, like, But when I came after the marriage, it's not like they don't love me. They still adore me. But that equation, that expectation changed a little bit. Like, you don't have any say in the important matters. Like, okay, you keep shut. कोई बात नहीं, आप मत बोलो उनको. Though the other person is doing incorrect thing, right? वो logical नहीं है, but ठीक है, आप चुप रहो, कोई बात नहीं. Because now this place don't belong to you. So वो जो एक रहकर भी वहाँ पे और मैं नहीं भी उसका पार्ट, तो वो बहुत ज़्यादा मुझे अफेक्ट कर रहा था. एंड मुझे लगा कि मैं अपनी लाइफ में एक बहुत बड़ा डिसीजन लेकर आई हूँ. और आई वॉज प्राउड ऑफ माई सेल्फ, बिकॉज मैं बहुत ज़्यादा वहाँ पे एक डिग्निटी मेरी बिल्कुल चली गई थी. फिर मुझे लगा मैंने अच्छा किया, बट अगर मैंने अच्छा किया तो मैं घर आई हूँ, तो वाई पीपल आर आस्किंग मी not to be myself. So somewhere it was demeaning my self-confidence, and that's when I decided that I cannot let this happen to me. So better I move out of my parents' place, because पूरे पड़ोस पता होता है, तो आपको कोई फंक्शन है तो आप रेड नहीं पहनो, ये मत पहनो, तो वो थोड़ा सा मुझे जगह कर रही थी मैं. तो और वो उनका भी गलती नहीं है, वो भी that's inbuilt in such is.
I'll take a moment here. I relate with this, Vandana. This is 2011 when I come to Gurgaon with my son who was 1 year old. I'd also taken a divorce from Pune. I'm very well settled in Pune. I dropped everything, got my car, my dog and my child, and 12,000 rupees because I'd spent all my money there in that house. And that time I was a practicing architect, and I was earning very well. But I'd left all that because वही एक साल उसी में घुसाया मैंने फिर कि कोई तो मेरी शादी ठीक हो जाए, कोई same conditioning. You don't. I also have to say it's on camera. There was no domestic violence. The person is a good human being, but I was not okay because I was not myself. For me, being myself is very important. So, and my in-laws were also very nice people. I have to say that. But I was not okay. And वो बहुत बार मैंने बोला था कि ये ऐसे नहीं चल रहा, but it wasn't. We were incompatible. The point is, when I came here, my parents accepted everything. But when I started living with them, it's very, only you and I will know, or people who've gone through a divorce, the other people will not understand. It is that little slight change जो एक आता है. ऐसे लगता है कि आपको ना obligation में थोड़ा एहसान तरीका है, इस रोल दैट ओके ना अब देखो, अब तुमने चला ली अपनी, हमने एक्सेप्ट कर लिया. नो आई वाज टोल्ड दैट अब नहीं, अभी तो सेकंड शादी कौन देखना है, एंड अभी तो तुम्हारी शादी हो जाए वो बहुत बड़ी बात, और होगा तो उसमें देखो अभी यू कांट बी सिलेक्ट कि ऐसे वैसे, तो अभी उसके भी बच्चे होंगे. आई हैव नो प्रॉब्लम विद दैट, बट द पॉइंट वाज आई वाज ऑलमोस्ट टोल्ड दैट यू विल नॉट हैव अ चांस एट लव नाउ. लाइक हु इज डिसाइडिंग दैट? Who is deciding for hell? So I agree, and yes, even I had chosen to move out of my parents' house. That's what I'm saying. We relate with the child earning nothing. बहुत guts आ गए थे जिंदगी में तब, but thank God for those guts. That's what I relate with you. Please continue. And I spoke about love because we're going to come to that next. But is there anything else you would like to continue about that period with your parents?
I think the only thing which was left previously is that when I moved out of the parents' place, initially there was this guilt that okay, मैं अपने घर से बाहर आ गई, या मेरे पेरेंट्स मुझे समझ नहीं रहे. बट और ये आई थिंक मैं काफ़ी टाइम तक परेशान भी रही कि मैं उनको नहीं बता रही हूँ चीज़ें, या फिर कोई समझ नहीं रहा है. देयर इज़ नो पॉइंट. जो मैं बाहर के लिए सोचती थी कि सोसाइटी को एक्सप्लेन करना इज़ नॉट माई फोर्टे, तो मैं पेरेंट्स को भी नहीं करूँगी. बट थोड़े टाइम के बाद मैंने रियलाइज़ किया कि दिस इज़ नॉट who I am, because I am a human being and these are my family. So maybe again ki inbuilt hai, but what I can do is I can let them know, at least I can express them that Papa, Mama, this is what I feel.
This was hurting me.
This was hurting me. Yeah. Because it's very important for them to know.
Yeah.
Why? Because sometimes, there was one time they got me a proposal, the guy is not earning, he's not educated. You marry her because you will have someone to take care of you. So ये उनको बताना बहुत ज़रूरी था. तो अब थोड़ा सा मुझे लगता है कि it's better slightly. Yeah.
Takes a while though.
Yes.
And it takes a while. I think why? Because parents love us. We know that. They do. And I really mean the best. I think I'm also in that space right now when I'm trying to understand this. But it takes, and I'm sure we'll also get to that place where I may not understand what my son is saying. But I think the communication channel is so important. That is to say, consistent communication with people who you care for. People who don't understand, drop them like a bag of hot potatoes, man. But this is something I admire about you. This is something that came out, number one, that you continued your communication, that यार आप लोग important तो मेरे लिए आप समझो, मुझे ये खराब लग रहा है, You also could have easily been pissed and stood on the other side.
That's it, idea.
I don't want to talk, right? I have done that. I have. But that's what I learned from you. That was number one lesson for me. So thank you for that. And let's move on to the next bit where you did find love. What about that? Let's talk about that now.
Yes, so in the year 2020, there was this guy who reached out to me. It was in
ये कोविड पे आया था.
कोविड प्यार था, यस. कोविड के पहले तो मैंने प्यार स्टार्ट किया, फिर कोविड करा दिया. तो यस, कोविड का था ये प्यार. तो और काफ़ी अच्छे से बन पाई ये कोविड में भी. It was a strong love. So this guy was everything which a girl can expect: love, affection, care, anything. But what I learned from the previous relationship, that I told myself that I'm not going to take disrespect, right? And this guy was everything except disrespect. So he was perfect for me. And I took 1.5 years time, and then I close to 2 years when we spent, we were knowing each other. And I asked him that, okay, now I'm ready and I think we should get married. And 2.5 years of relationship, the day I told him that, okay, why don't you talk to your parents and let's get married? And that was the day he said that, okay, I don't want to marry. 2.5 years, and that the same day, okay, I don't want to marry.
You were living together?
No, we were not living.
So just keep meeting.
Yeah.
Madly in love.
Yes.
And when you said मेरे को शादी करनी है, then suddenly he's like,
he's like, अब मैं नहीं कर सकता हूँ शादी because मेरी family नहीं मान रही. So I was like, I thought he has a portrait, and I started convincing him that, okay, it happens, that's okay. And then he's like, look at you, you're sounding so desperate to get married. Why don't you ask your parents to get you married? And I was like, what is happening? Okay. Then I took some time in the morning. Again, he called me up and like, why can't we stay like this together, like forever? And let's not get married. And this was the time when I felt like, okay, that disrespect is again coming in my life, right?
And this is the awareness at play.
This is the,
I'm glad. So you did not lose the awareness.
And
masters.
There was no point of being insecure because I had it all when I was insecure.
Yeah.
Okay. So I went to his place. I thought, okay, let's talk. Because in last time, I did not talk. I just came. I ran away from that place. I went to his place. I talked to him. I talked to his parents. And what stunned me,
was this the first time you went to?
Yes. What was disheartening was that I got to know that everyone was aware of this thing. The guy was aware that, okay, you can meet her, but then you cannot marry her. The guy, the parents, everyone was aware. And that was the last time I saw him. I came back and there was this ghosting, no apology, nothing, no discussion. So I came to my place.
He was, I'm sorry, I'm going to use a very weird word, but in a way playing you?
No,
wait, because playing is when you're aware. But आपको पता है कि मैं तो I'm not going to get married to her, but I'm going to play with her feelings continuously.
Maybe for the fact that when it was a convenience, because and he knew that, okay, I'm looking for love. I'm looking for love, and what I need in life. मुझे सिर्फ एक companionship चाहिए थी, which I'm giving to her. So this is bare minimum for her. अब आप मिल तो रहा है तो ठीक है, हम रहते हैं ऐसे. But मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि जब आप किसी रिलेशनशिप में होते हो, you should not forget the core, that why I came for what I came for in this relationship. Love, affection ठीक है, but disrespect मैंने पहले रिलेशनशिप में बोला था अपने आप को कि मैं नहीं लूँगी. This a guy saying to me that, okay, I want to be with you, but I cannot marry you. This is disrespect for me. So there was no point for me to be with him. I don't care what was his logic, what प्यार था या वो तो
इतना में है ना. ये सेंटेंस बहुत अच्छा बोला यार आपने. आधी औरतें इस दुनिया में टुकड़ों पे जीती हैं, पता नहीं क्यों. तो the fact that you say, because you were still in love with him.
Yes, I was.
So it's tough. Choosing respect again or love, and not listening to so many voices जो चल रही होंगी. नहीं disrespect नहीं है, नहीं यार, नहीं प्यार है, वो चल रहा होगा यार उस टाइम पे, पक्का चल रहा होगा. But दोनों से discussions होते हैं, but you still, it's amazing. This is that message I'm telling you. Most women live on टुकड़ास, pieces. कि चलो हाँ ये तो मिल रहा है, चलो ये तो मिल रहा है. So this is kick ass. नहीं, sorry, I didn't sign up for disrespect. This is disrespect. Out.
हाँ, and that's what I told myself, because you understand, जब आप किसी के साथ 2.5 साल हो and you are so much together, आपको एक आदत सी हो जाती है. तो आप जब वो चीज़ नहीं मिलती है तो आपके पीछे आपको बहुत सारी थॉट्स आते हैं। बट मैंने शायद वो चीज़ को अपने आप को ये समझाया कि मैं क्या ढूंढ रही थी, मुझे मुझे क्या चीज़ अपनी ज़िंदगी में नहीं चाहिए। आई शुड नो द कोर ऑफ माई सेल्फ। तो मुझे ये पता था कि मुझे डिसरिस्पेक्ट नहीं चाहिए, भले ही मुझे वो प्यार ये सब मिले नहीं भी, बट एंड इट हैपेंस इन ऑफिस ऑल्सो। इफ आई हैव लेफ्ट द कंपनीज वेर इन आई फील डिसरिस्पेक्टेड दैट ओके माई मैनेजर इज सुपर बॉसी, okay, I'm not going to work here. I'll find another place, because this is the fact that once I've decided that I'm not going to let anyone disrespect me, I will not. So मैं फिर वो नहीं सोच रही थी कि वो मुझे प्ले कर रहा था या मुझसे क्या था, क्या सिचुएशन थी, let it be. बट मुझे जो चाहिए था वो नहीं है, so I'll move on. That's it.
That's amazing. Yeah, it really is. I know you're saying it very casually, but it's amazing, and I know a lot of people can't handle this. No, I won't want a rejection, but a shock, number one. The fact that you knew, that your entire family knew.
Yes.
What were you doing with me then? But you extricated yourself outside, and you're like, this is crap, this shit, I don't belong here, I'm out. Instead of मेरे साथ क्यों हुआ? That's what it is. That's what I love about you. It's amazing. I don't think एक बार भी why me या बैठ के रोए होगे, दर्द हुआ होगा यार. I know that. It hurts.
It hurts. But you are
What did you?
it's absolutely fine, and you need to give the time to grieve. But ऐसा नहीं है कि आप उसको फिर वो जब हम वो आते थे ना कि वाई मी, मेरे साथ ये क्यों नहीं किया, अब मैं तो कभी खुशी नहीं रह पाऊंगी, आता है वो थॉट, ऐसा नहीं आता है. बट there is another aspect to it. Either you whine or you think that okay, I'm wasting my time here. There is much more life there, so I need to pursue that. Move on
With my values.
And अब तो मैं ये सोचने लगी हूँ शायद कि इतनी experiences से I am thankful that marriage happened, that now I know what I don't want in my life.
Yes.
Thankful that relationship happened, that now what I'm looking for.
Yes.
Because out of vulnerabilities, क्योंकि मैंने सोचा मुझे तो डिसरिस्पेक्ट नहीं चाहिए, और मुझे कोई भी प्यार करे, कोई भी अफेक्शन से रखेगा मेरा फैमिली के साथ. बट द थिंग इज, मैं एक डिपेंडेंसी नहीं चाहती थी वो रिलेशनशिप में. अब नाउ आई एम नॉट इनसिक्योर कि अगर मुझे प्यार मिले तो मैं फिर भी कहूँगी ओके लेट्स बी टुगेदर, आई एम 36 एंड मैं अब कहाँ जाऊँगी. नो एट ऑल.
It'll be on your terms.
Yes, I'll read it, fine.
And if it's not on my terms, it's cool. I'm okay alone because I'm secure in myself.
Yes, that's that. I was not there back then.
That's okay. Yeah. No, and that's okay. And that's okay. The point is that now you're not that. That's the point. Yeah. That nobody begins with being a super person, It is that. That's why I said brave vulnerability, Vandana. Brave vulnerability. Yes, I felt low. Yes, I was like that. Yes, I was insecure. Today I'm not. Do you know? It's just kick-ass. So, we talked about the love. एक बार फिर भी अभी उस टाइम पे talk about still the lowest moments so that we kind of relate. It is pain that unites us, So if there is anybody that's going through a similar situation where maybe, like you said, in your case, there was love, maybe somebody's dating, maybe somebody's married, friendships, anything, where ghosting. By the way, after I put up your ad, a lot of messages came to me. A lot of people are not even aware of what ghosting means. It is a new agey term. Let's explain that. It is new agey, but ठीक है, we need to learn. So आप वो भी एक बार समझा दो. And also, what feelings were you getting? The low one, those positive ones to be heard and then being heard.
Okay. So when I talk about the low points, I think the insecurity again, because एक होता है ना, that as a woman or as men also maybe, very well aware, but जब आप एक certain age cross कर लेते हो, एक सोसाइटी का नोशन है दैट 35 ओके अब तो वी शुड गेट मैरिड. अब मेरे को लगा कि मैं ये तक सोचने लगी थी यार मैं तो 35 पे हो गई हूँ, अब मैं शादी पता नहीं कब होगा, पेरेंट्स कैसे मुझे रिएक्ट करेंगे, लिटरली. एंड देन आई वाज सो डिपेंडेंट ऑन दिस पर्सन, like he was मेरी grocery, and not that he was paying, I was paying, but then on the ordering thing and transactional thing, he was, if I'm thinking okay I'm reaching office and I need to have a coffee, that coffee was there on my table before I could reach. So this was level of dependency I created in this relationship. So you can understand that when I was in my flat alone in that room, I used to feel like that the walls are squeezing and I'm getting, I'm not able to breathe, right? But I gave myself time. So when, if any one of us or anyone for that matter is going through that low period, please we need to know that it is for a certain time. It's not going to be forever. I know it's difficult to understand at that point in time when you are there, because आप उस वक्त इतना प्रोग्रेसिवली सोच नहीं पाते हो. बट फ्रॉम एक्सपीरियंस, मैं शायद 2-3 बारी कर लिए हैं, और बाकी लोगों ने भी किया ही होगा, या कोई भी एक्सपीरियंस, तो वो टाइम एक जैसा नहीं रहता है. यू पास इट, आफ्टर सर्टेन पीरियड ऑफ टाइम यू पास it. So have that believe in you that okay, this is going to get over. And us moment pe what you can do is talk to yourself rather than, okay, you have friends, family, talk, but I think family friends आपको समझाते हैं और लेकिन समझना आपको है. So once you talk to yourself, जो मैंने किया कि मैंने ये सोचा कि अगर मान लो मैं ये रिलेशनशिप एक्सेप्ट कर लेती, क्या करूँगी यार, 35 की हो चुकी हूँ, ऑफिस है मेरा, ठीक है, आई एम इन अ रिलेशनशिप, बट विल आई बी हैप्पी, इज दिस व्हाट आई वांटेड फॉर माई लाइफ? नो. और अगर एक फैमिली ऐसी है जहाँ पे इतने डुअल्स जो अपने बच्चे को ये सिखा रहे कि यू एक्सेप्ट दिस वे, तो इज दिस एथिकल? नो, आई डोंट बिलोंग टू दैट प्लेस. सो ये जो उसके नहीं होने, अगर वो हो जाती चीज़, उसका आउटकम इफ यू थिंक, तो इट हेल्प्स यू टू स्टिक टू योर डिसीजन, या रादर देन कि ये नहीं हुआ, अब मैं क्या करूँ, अब हम साथ में नहीं रहेंगे, हमारी लाइफ कैसी रहेगी. बट मैं शायद दूसरे एस्पेक्ट पे सोचा कि अगर मैं होती तो क्या होता. तो और वो मैं नहीं चाहती थी अपने साथ दोबारा होना, डिसरिस्पेक्ट अगेन. तो या द मैसेज इज दैट इट्स ओके टू ग्रीव, इट्स ओके टू क्राई इट आउट, इट्स ओके. ज़रूरी नहीं है कि आज मेरा ब्रेकअप या कोई भी चीज़ एंड हुई है तो मैं सीधा पार्टी और चली जाऊँ फिर नहीं. नो, because you need to give time to yourself. Very important. This is very important. And to talk and keep eliminating all the noise. Yes. Just hear yourself. Just hear yourself.
And आ जाते answers.
हाँ, वो अपने बाद, they are waiting actually to come out. We don't let them come out. We are just so surrounded by, actually we drift away. जब ट्रिप में ऐसी होती है ना चीज़, तो हम ड्रिफ्ट हो जाते हैं कि भागो, चल यार कहीं चल रहे, शिमला चलते, यहाँ चलते, वहाँ चलते. बट मुझे लगता है कि मैं घर में ही थोड़ा रहने का हेल्प्स में.
So it helps to be solitude. Before we move to the final section, if you can address and also tell that the little thing that parents wala jo chal raha hai, that like you're living on your own, and you mentioned that the parents come once in a while, and wo thoda sa cheese, and then we will move to the final section.
हाँ, they are adorable actually. The thing is,
so that was a very pregnant statement.
please continue. So I'm staying in Gurgaon, and it's been like 1.5 years, I believe. Yeah, I've always asked my parents that okay, come to my place and live with me for some time.
Where are they? Where are they living?
हाँ, they are in Delhi.
They're
in Delhi. हाँ. So अब उनको ये लगता है कि अब ठीक है, they are proud of myself, अपनी कि ठीक है मैं अलग रहती हूँ, अपने घर में रहती हूँ, अपने आप रह रही हूँ, खुश कर रही हूँ. बट उनको ऐसा लगता है कि ओके हम आएंगे तो हम will be a burden on her, और या फिर दिल स्टार्ट कि कम लेते हम खाना, या तो वो मुझे लगता है कि why are you doing this? Why? I mean
it's a universal thing.
That is other concept की बेटी के घर पे थोड़ा
English country.
या सिंगर. So मैंने उनको इसलिए उनको बुलाया और बोला कि this is your house also. The way you are living with my brother, live like जब जैसे वहाँ रहते हो जहाँ पे भी उतना ही comfortable रहो, so that I will be comfortable, right? क्योंकि अगर आप नहीं रहोगे, अगर ये and this is very important. Why? Because अगर वो equation नहीं है ना, तो फिर शायद मैं इतनी open ही नहीं होंगी कभी अपने parents से. So they need to know that okay, I'm equally like my brother. There is no differentiation. So अब वो आते हैं, अभी है, इनफैक्ट मेरे घर पे ही है वो. So now I'm more open, which I kind of stopped in between. पहले मैं नहीं करती थी, but अब वो मेरे साथ रहते हैं, वो अब open है, तो अब मुझे भी कुछ होता है, जैसे आज इंटरव्यू खाया कोई भी चीज़ है, तो I share. So that connect is has rebuilt
and strengthened.
And strength, yeah, absolutely.
No, and then their credit needs to be given to your parents also, that they are not stuck up.
No,
they are also open.
Yeah,
somewhere. I mean, in their own capacity. In their own capacity, they are open. So credit goes to them also.
Yes.
Because I have met people in my life who are just like literally like.
No, I think there is a point where हाँ हो जाता है वो भी. I think there is a point when parents are they become a child, like आपको उनको समझाना पड़ा है कि पापा ऐसा है, ये ऐसा होता है, अब ऐसा नहीं है, मम्मा ऐसा होता. तो मेरे ख्याल से वो एक आपको समझाना पड़ता है, और yeah, they accepted it.
That's fine.
That's great. Yeah.
Vandana, we move to the last segment of this whole thing, which is actually a voice of silence, or the message that you want to give to the world for the change that needs to come, which is why you're here. I know that you have 5, 6 of them. आपको जो जो याद है, you start telling based on your story, based on who you are today, and what you would like, for women, men who are going through something similar to think, people who are doing that to people, and who you've become. You know, whatever you want to say. I have points which miss हो जाएगा तो मैं आपको remind कर दूँगी. You just talk.
Alright. So, the first message to this platform, I would say that पहली चीज़ तो you cannot control the life, you know. So whatever experience you are having, whatever incidents are happening in life, don't consider them as a roadblock, okay? Because आप कितना भी मैं चाहे मैं कितनी prepare हो जाऊँ, but मुझे नहीं पता life में क्या हो जाएगा, ठीक है? So but what I can control is my reaction, my response, my behavior. So जो भी एक्सपीरियंस हो रहा है, जो भी इंसिडेंट्स हैं, मुझे लगता है इंस्टेड ऑफ वाइनिंग बाय मी, मेरे साथ ऐसा क्यों हो गया, और देयर इज अ कैवियट इन दैट, होगा ये फीलिंग भी आती है, बट डोंट स्टिक टू इट. आई वुड से डोंट स्टिक टू इट. जस्ट थिंक दैट ओके नाउ व्हाट टू डू. या तो मैं रो सकती हूँ, या दो ही चांसेस हैं मेरे पास, या तो फिर रोने की स्टक हो जाऊंगी, या आई शुड मूव फॉरवर्ड. तो आई चूज टू मूव फॉरवर्ड, राइट? एंड consider these incidents because ये experience they make you a better person, a better version of yourself. अगर ये divorce, ये breakup, ये office की चीज़ें, ये सब नहीं होता तो शायद मुझे पता ही नहीं होता that एक difficult situation क्या होती है, या हमसे कैसे निकलते हैं, what places हमें अपने अंदर क्या changes लाने चाहिए. तो ये in a way these experiences helps you to be a better version of yourself. And during that journey, I think it's very important that we need to be aware of what we are. Okay, because and it doesn't matter कि एक romantic relationship ही वो एक parents teacher, parents and बच्चे का relationship हो सकता है, friends का relationship हो सकता है. Awareness is very important for the fact that अगर मैं aware ही नहीं हूँ तो मुझे नहीं पता how to fix that issue. If I consider a parent or a child relationship, if I'm not observant about my child's behavior, तो मुझे तो नहीं पता ना कि उसको किस चीज़ की ज़रूरत है. अगर वो एक certain manner में behave कर रहा है तो मुझे वो observe करने की ज़रूरत होती है. अब लेकिन एक चीज़ भी होती है कि प्यार है तो प्यार में तो you are in love, you don't think about anything. That's where we become vulnerable, we create the problem for ourselves. Because जहाँ पे मुझे awareness है that कि मैं क्या करना चाहती, मुझे क्या चीज़ गलत लग रही है, if this person is enabling you, okay, that's where I believe that look for someone who is enabling you in your journey, rather than creating a dependency or depriving you of love or their time. So if the person is enabling you mentally or otherwise, we should choose that option, because sometimes it becomes difficult that okay फिर मैं क्या करूँ, किस पे भरोसा करो, किस पे, what are the signs? You're saying basically be with people in any relationship, which enable you, which means that first you obviously need to be aware of what makes you who you are, and you want to obviously be about changing. Yeah, but उस journey में somebody pulling you down consistently or enabling you, being your enabler, right? Mentally also. Yeah, not mentally. सब कुछ हाँ, मैं मेंटली जा रही है, अभी भी मैं from your frankly said. So yes, don't lose yourself. हाँ, don't lose yourself because इसमें आपने बोला था कि प्यार व्यार ठीक है, प्यार जब बच्चे को करते वो आपने बोला था कि ये don't lose yourself. Don't lose yourself because let me put this way that I was a very vulnerable person when in the year 2007, but easier. So I was one person who वो अपने आप लिफ्ट में भी नहीं जाती थी कि मुझे लगता था मैं अकेले नहीं जाऊँगी लिफ्ट में. I used to wait for people. Okay, let someone go into the lift and then I'll go. कोई ज़्यादा ऊंची आवाज़ में बात करे तो मुझे लगता है मुझे कुछ करना दे. So वो जर्नी और अब यहाँ पर जहाँ पे I don't fear of saying anything if there is a board meeting or there is a webinar or a seminar. I have changed myself. I have grown as a person. But that vulnerability is still there in me. I'm not in a zone that, okay, no man's zone, no discussion. I'm still looking for love. I'm still the way Sindhya and Utah. Yeah, it's very tough. Don't don't change yourself, the core of you. If I'm a public girl, if I'm, क्या बोलेंगे मैं, for the lack of better words, कि जैसी मैं थी, एक core जो था मेरा, एक innocence का, वो अभी भी है. It just I'm not letting anyone take advantage of it, which I used to give. So वो चीज़ बहुत ज़रूरी है कि आप अपनी, because वो फिर अगर वो चीज़ खो दी तो फिर आपने अपना एसेंस ही खो दिया ना, फिर तो कोई मतलब ही नहीं है उससे. तो let that core within you, and that's the better version of yourself. And that's the
most beautiful thing actually. Even last time when she said this, that because again I met people, women, mostly women, because history has told us that women have undergone suppression because of men. Again, I don't belong to the feminist category. I don't. I love men. I do. There are very weird women also. So let's not, that सारे आदमी भैया मेरे लाइफ में जो आदमी है सारे touchwood amazing. I depend on them for a lot of things. So men bashing is the easier way, and we are being them. Like in a way, ना मतलब तुमने हमारे साथ है कि हम भी तुम्हारे साथ हैं. And what's the difference? I think humanness comes first, and not losing yourself. So when you told me, Kanika, I would have been okay even if you would have said that, यार नहीं, I'm done, 2 relationships हो गए, नहीं करना, मतलब it's your life, I can't sit and judge you. फिर ये voice of silence नहीं होगा. But when you said that, Kanika, you know what, I'm still vulnerable, I'm still looking for love. Oh man, I was like, oh God, ये बिल्कुल right सही decision है. Thank you, Bharti. Thank you, because you are the kind of people that need to come here and will put a dent in the society in a positive way. So thank you so much for that. Would you like to say anything, or can we wrap?
There was just one thing.
Please.
Parents के लिए मैं चीज़ कहना चाह रही थी कि we have this notion of independency, कि हमें independent होना है, which I have to be about. तो financially I'm all for it, but when it जब हम एक independent होती है, which is good, अच्छी बात है ये, but मुझे लगता है एक जो emotional quotient है dependency का, that should be there. Let's not उसको हमें नहीं बोलना चाहिए, because वहाँ जो अगर मैं देखती हूँ जैसी न्यूज़ आती है that people, celebrities, they are at one point in time they are filming themselves and videos shoot कर रहे हैं, and after some time and I heard that okay, this person committed suicide. So financial independence was there. What they didn't have was someone to talk to. And बाहर जाने, मतलब मुझे नहीं पता कि बाहर कितना क्या, but मैं believe करती हूँ कि family is very important here. At these times, family is very important. So that emotional dependency should be there. So try to talk to the kids, and and वो जो bonding है वो अभी maintain करना बहुत ज़रूरी है. And we should not lose that emotional quotient in the name of financial independence. They're different. So that was the last thing I wanted to mention.
That's it. Thank you so much. Thanks, everybody. Thank you. And that's a wrap for episode 24. Thank you.
Thank you.